So to go and start working on KMS, you can either go to services and you can go to IAM and you can go on the key management services or KMS, or you can just type on the search window key management or KMS and it will open up the page for key management service. Next step that you do over here is you can go and create your own key. Now, if you have a key, it will show up over here by Amazon managed key. So looking at this, I can understand that this key is used for EBS, this for RDS, this for DMS, Cloud9, ACM, Redshift, Lightsail, and so on. So these keys are there, which are there inside or created by AWS themselves. Second, a customer managed key. These are the keys that we have created. And these keys can be used to encrypt and decrypt. So if you want to enable the rotation, this means that this key will automatically be rotated every year, which means it's going to change after 1 year. And that's a cryptographic algorithm which is symmetric and it can be used to encrypt and decrypt both. You can also have alias name of that. That's the ARN over here. So ARN actually is nothing but ARN followed by the name of the service, which is AWS, followed by name of the service you are working on. Right now, the service name is KMS. That you can look from the address bar also here. KMS followed by the region. My region is AP South 1 or Mumbai. That also you can see from the address bar. Followed by the account ID. The account ID is this, which you can see from here and clicking on my account, and that's your account ID. Followed by the alias name, and the key alias name is key 2. By that same logic, your key 3, everything will remain the same, only in the alias over here it changes to key 2 or that particular name. That means that if you create the same key by the same name, it's going to error out because you cannot have the same ARN. ARN in itself are unique across all the resources inside AWS. So in no way you can ever repeat the ARN. And ARN is for one person across every AWS accounts. So that's why you cannot create, because the alias name will be same. That is why you cannot create a key by the same name. Okay. Then if you have a key store, you can use a key store that you will see in case of a cloud HSM that we are going to create shortly. So let's go to the CMK or the customer managed key and see how do we actually go and create a key. For that, you can choose to click on create key. You can make it either symmetric or asymmetric, in which case you can take any of the algorithms, whichever you want. I'm taking a symmetric key right now. Click on next. You can give a name to this. I'll go and give it key -4, and I will say this is the fourth key. If you want to add a tag, you can add a tag. So let's say created by, and let's give the name, and created on date, and the date, and you can, so the tags are not important, but they are good because you understand, and based on the tags you can figure out some information that who would have done this and why they would have done it. So if you click on next now, next step is to select the administrators. Now this step is important. Like we said, these are the roles, and it will have both the roles and the administrator or the users who can have access to this. Please keep in mind that it's very important to go and create the roles and the users. It's important because if you do it in the wrong way, then in that case someone else can also go and delete the key which you don't want, and if the key is lost, data can't be decrypted back. It's as simple as that. So if you do this, then they can also go and delete the key. Now if you don't want to put any administrator, that's also fine. In that case, you are the admin of that. Now you tell the usage permission that who all can use this key right now. Remember that you can also give this to other accounts, those who can be responsible for having the keys and using it for their IAM users and roles. So just keep in mind that this service is also there. This generally is there inside AWS security, where you go and delegate the access to multiple accounts for the reason that if something happens to your account, you still have the access to the key. So that that reason you have other AWS account also. So if you want to give the permissions, you can do that. If you don't want to give, that's also fine. Click on next. Over here it says that anything on KMS and any resource is allowed. This thing you would have already seen IAM, so that's the policy which AWS has created for you. And the moment you click on finish, you will see a key 4 also coming up now. So this key 4 is there, and if you want to rotate it, you can just go and rotate it every year, or on whatever way or whatever method you want, you can do that. If you want to disable the key, you just have to click on disable and the key can be disabled. If you want to schedule the key deletion, you can tell that in this case the key will be deleted automatically. Okay, so let's have a look at the key. So the key name is key hyphen 4. Let's just go and see if I can actually go and use the key at some place. So for that, let's go to S3, because S3, EC2, all the services will be using the key itself. So let's go to EC2, and inside EC2, we have the volumes or the EBS. So let's just go to S3 management console and click on create bucket. And in this case, over here, I see encryption. You can click on enable over here. It can be via AWS key or it can be via your key. So this is what was meant by KMS when we were talking about our S3. So you can choose from your master key either. So you see key 2, key 3, key 4, and key 1. You can either choose that. If you have the ARN, you can even do that. So for ARN, you'll just have to go to here and just copy this ARN as it is and just paste it. So that can also be a way. If you want to create a key, you can click on create key, in which case you will be redirected to KMS itself. So you can go and create the key like what we did earlier. So that's a way to encrypt. S3 we have already seen. Now let's go back to our EBS or volumes, in which case I go to my volume right now and I click on create volume. And over here, if I want to encrypt, I can select the key. Again, I see my key over here, key 4. And this we had mentioned the message, and that's the key ID and that's the key ARN. So you can go and create a key, and that key can be used to go and encrypt any of the services of AWS which supports encryption. So this is KMS for you. And in the next session, we are going to talk about cloud HSM, and we'll be working on cloud HSM. And after that, we'll be working on secret manager, detective, and certain other services of AWS. We will move to the quiz now, and I will see you later.